Here is the richest dictator on the planet. Hassan al-Bolkiah was born on July 15, 1946 in Bandar Seri Begawan, the capital of Brunei, a tiny ultra-rich Asian state. The son of Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin III and Pangeran Anak Damit, Hassan al grew up in a royal family that has been in power for centuries. He is the eldest of 9 siblings, and from an early age his destiny was clear. He was trained to become the Sultan of the kingdom. He received a strict education, first at a local Islamic school, then in Malaysia. But to prepare for his reign, he went to study in the United Kingdom at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst, one of the most prestigious military academies in the world, where many Asian leaders have been trained. In 1967, his father suddenly abdicated in his favor. Hassan al had to interrupt his studies and was officially crowned in August 1968 at just 21 years old, becoming the 29th monarch of Brunei. But upon ascending the throne, Hassan al did not become a mere sovereign. He also became head of state, prime minister, minister of finance, minister of defense, and religious leader. He embodied absolute monarchy, and as soon as he came to power, the young monarch had only one thing in mind: to give independence to his country, which had been under British protectorate for nearly a century. After years of negotiations, he proclaimed the country's total independence on January 1, 1984. Under his reign, Brunei became one of the richest countries in Asia. Driven by the massive exploitation of its oil and natural gas reserves and colossal oil revenues, the economy boomed and the inhabitants lived the high life. There were no taxes, and housing, healthcare, and education were free. Financed by the state, Brunei became a paradise of luxury. As for the Sultan, he spent lavishly and became one of the richest men on the planet. Married to his first cousin, Princess Raja Isteri Saleha, in 1981 he took a second wife, Pangeran Isteri Hajah Mariam, a flight attendant. For this occasion, he had the Nurul Iman Palace built, reputed to be the largest in the world and undoubtedly one of the most luxurious on the planet. The palace cost $1.4 billion. A true insatiable collector, he also owned 7,000 cars, 2 yachts, around 20 private jets, 2 Airbuses, and a Boeing 747-430 worth $100 million, which is said to have cost $133 million to fit out. What's more, the Sultan clearly doesn't mind spending money, as for his 50th birthday he had a stadium built just so that Michael Jackson could come and sing happy birthday to him. The show cost $17 million. But Hassan al is not the only one with a taste for luxury, as he shares this passion with his younger brother Jeffrey Bolkiah. And when they're together, all hell breaks loose. They race Ferraris through the streets of the capital, import ponies by plane to play with Prince Charles, and even bought 2 yachts named Nipple 1 and Nipple 2. Yes, you heard right. Together, they spend lavishly at luxury brands such as Armani and Versace, even going so far as to buy 100 identical suits. They also buy properties around the world as if they were playing Monopoly, such as the legendary Bel Air Hotel and Beverly Hills Hotel in Los Angeles, the Dorchester in London, and the Meurice and Plaza Athénée in Paris, to name but a few. At the same time, the Sultan's younger brother is building a scandalous reputation. He is nicknamed the Playboy Prince, and his hobby is collecting women. He is said to have a harem of young women recruited from all over the world, whom he has reduced to sexual slavery. In 1998, a scandal erupted in London when his former associate and friend Bob Manoukian testified under oath that Jeffrey was holding 40 prostitutes locked up in a 5-star hotel. But it doesn't end there. In the 1990s, he was also accused of embezzling $14 billion in public funds while serving as finance minister and head of Brunei's investment agency responsible for managing the country's oil revenues. Although he was prosecuted, he ultimately avoided conviction thanks to his brother. But another scandal brought Brunei back into the headlines in 2014 when the Sultan introduced Sharia law in the country with extreme punishments: flagellation for certain crimes, amputation for thieves, and stoning for homosexuals and adulterers. The whole world was outraged. Hollywood celebrities and politicians called for a boycott of the Sultan's hotels, and under pressure, he postponed some measures until 2019. Many see this radical decision as a diversionary tactic, a way of making people forget his brother's scandals by presenting himself as a more pious leader who respects Muslim values. Now 78 years old, the Sultan of Brunei is one of the world's oldest leaders, and among his 12 children, it is the eldest, Al-Muhtadi Billah, who has been designated as the Crown Prince.